Hey, is anybody on here yet? If anybody's on here, guys, y'all gonna have to forgive me. This is my first live I've done. I've got my spare phone sitting here to watch the live or to do the live, and then um, I got it up on my TV. I got it on my phone. I got it on my tablet. I got it everywhere. So so hopefully I won't miss nobody. Let me turn some of this stuff down. So hopefully I won't miss nobody. Well, apparently I'm getting some stuff from my getting sound from my tablet. So I guess that's where I'm gonna look down at to read some comments. TJ, red beans and rice here. Let's see. Benjamin Parson. What's up, player? What's going on? Y'all leave me a comment. Can y'all see me okay? Can y'all hear me and everything? I don't have my mic on. Phone's a little bit away from me, so I just want to make sure that everybody can hear me. Like I said, guys, just sort of bear with me. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little bit nervous. It's my first live, so I'm gonna try to make it through it. Hopefully, we'll have a good turnout. Grady L. Evans can hear you. Good deal. Awesome. Let's see. I'm trying to see. Any of y'all out here that's done this, I guess that's trying to think of what I'm saying. That I guess somewhere shows me how many people's tuned in and everything. I'm assuming it's right up here where it says live chat, it says top messages, and then out beside it has like the little, the little person, like on Facebook friends request. And so far it's showing 15. So Grady Evans again, he said, howdy from West Alabama, Fayette County. And good deal. Thank y'all for tuning in. Silverado Transport, Tony Edwards, brother from another mother. Hey, brother. Yep, brother from another mother. What's going on, brother? Oh, man, I'm getting loaded up with the comments here. TJ, all good over here from Goshen and heading down to Jackson, Mississippi. Man, that's just south of me. Brother, you be careful out there. We're fixing to get in here in just a minute. I'm going to give y'all some updates of what's going on with my truck, what's going on with me with RV Transport, and things like that. And let y'all know hopefully when I might be back. So that's the plans anyway. So let's see. I'm trying to keep up with these, and I'm gonna try not to leave anybody out. So let's see. Grady Evans again says 15 watching now, 17 now. Okay, all right, good deal. Yeah, I'm showing 17. Raymond Davis, I'm seeing 15 people. Jason Tice, that's my neighbor over here. This is Jason. What's going on, Jason and James? They're both watching. 501 Hauling, Mike. I'm on here, brother. Good deal. Mike, where you at? Leave me a message. Let me know where you at. Let's see. Oh, Mike, he's doing hot shot now. Jace Tires, see, I'm looking good. Grady Evans, I have sent you a couple of emails, but not heard anything back. Send me another email real quick, Grady Evans. That way you don't have to put it on here for everybody to see if you don't want to. Man, I am sorry. I ain't gonna lie, guys. I've been out of it. With the truck being down, I've been focusing on other things to try to, try to make some money and everything to try to get by with some things. And and I'm not gonna lie, and I truly apologize. I have neglected a lot of the responding back to comments and emails and stuff like that. And again, I apologize. I'm gonna try to get back on with that. And I'm just that's all I can say is I'm sorry. I will try to do better. I promise you. But I do thank y'all from the bottom of my heart for everybody that's stuck with me and everything, and I really do appreciate everybody's support and everything. So, see, James Randolph, that's my neighbor. Hey, this is James. What's going on, brother? Let's see, Tony. Yep. Yo, C Farmer. He told me that. He told me earlier today he was heading to Goodman, Mississippi. That's just a little bit south of me. So, Tony, where are you coming from? Where'd you pick up at? When do you think you'll be down this way? Whenever you get down here, close, maybe I can meet up with you. And because I didn't get a chance to get up last week whenever you and C Farm was doing your motor. David Cross, what's up, brother? They headed home from delivery in North Carolina. Awesome. C Farmer, hey bud, I'm listening in but working in the shop. I appreciate it. They let's see, 501 hauling. I'm with Tony. We're in Kansas City, Missouri, headed to Mississippi. Oh, okay. So y'all both coming down here to Mississippi. Awesome. Well, shoot, both of y'all. Whenever y'all let me know when y'all gonna be down here, and maybe I can meet up with you. Y'all are in Kansas City, Missouri, so y'all be coming down through Memphis, and I'm assuming going down 55. Let me know if I'm right. Maybe I can jump over and meet up with y'all. Maybe in I don't know, Memphis or Winona, Grenada, somewhere like that. Let me know. Grady, Jody, email sent. Awesome. I will check that as soon as I get done with this, and I promise you I will respond back. Tony Edwards again. Tomorrow, Mike is with me. Awesome. Let's see. Tony, do y'all know where y'all gonna? Have y'all got a backhaul yet? Y'all know where y'all gonna be going once you leave Goodman? If you're headed back home up that way, then you should be coming pretty much right by my house. So maybe I can meet up with you whenever you're on the way back. But headed down. Tony said headed down 49. Awesome. All right, guys. So I'm gonna try to keep up with where I'm at on the comments. We're gonna go ahead and get into basically what's going on with the truck and everything. Tony said not yet. I ain't got a backhaul yet. All right. Most of y'all know my truck went down. But I'm hoping I can remember where I left off. So Tony, not yet. All right. So most of y'all know I was coming back from Corpus Christi. I dropped down there, delivered a camper in Corpus Christi, and I was on my way back. And I got to Hammond, Louisiana, and I stopped at the Blue Beacon and got my truck washed, and got back in it, cranked it up, everything's fine. I pulled up, they had some power outage or something, so I was going to get a little bit of fuel, but couldn't get no fuel, everything was shut down. So I was going to run inside and use the restroom real quick. And so I walked up to the door was locked, all the lights was off. So I come walking back to the truck, and the truck was just, going, I don't know how to explain it. It was just revving up, revving down. Not revving up a whole lot, just a little bit. Just rev up, rev down, just like it was sort of starving for fuel. And then I jumped in it real quick, I put it in drive, and I pulled forward maybe about 10 feet, and she died. and she hasn't started since. The um, so my buddy C Farmer, he came all the way down from Tennessee from his house and hooked up to his gooseneck trailer, and he came down there and picked me up, and he saved me. And C Farmer, man, I don't, of all the things you've done for me, I don't know how I could ever repay you. But he's a true blessing, and he's a great friend and a great guy, and I'm very proud to call him a friend. Um, so we got it back home, and the we sprayed it with a little bit of ether, and it cranked on ether, but it wouldn't stay running. As soon as you let off the ether, it'd die. So we pretty much unloaded it and sort of brought it, or then just left it here, and couldn't really figure out anything with his all tail or anything like that. So the so with just being, you know, down about it and all that stuff, I just honestly, I haven't even messed with it that much up until the last few days. And so C Farmer, he came over the other day, and we was trying to run some more stuff. We bypassed the fuel filter housing, hooked a little electric pump up to it, see if we could try to push fuel. We checked some stuff for the lines, and of course we've always been under the impression that it wouldn't get no fuel. And so let's see. All right. So what we finally done is we decided to go ahead and tear into it and just sort of, I guess you could say, rule out or see if the nightmare actually happened. So we got into it. We took the AC compressor, took it not completely off, like disconnecting it, but we just took it off and then laid it back out of the way, and then we got into and started taking the fuel regulator off. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I mean, taking the fuel regulator off with only taking the AC compressor off and disconnecting a couple of lines, moving the harness out of the way a little bit, it's doable, but it is a booger. And guys, most of you already know, but if you don't, my truck's a 2012 Chevy Silverado 3500 HD dually with LML Duramax. This truck has got 300 and fixing to push 337,000 miles. Even though everything's going on, guys, I really can't complain. This has been an awesome truck. I bought the truck 6 years ago, had 191,000 on it, and then of course about 3 years ago is whenever I started doing RV transport. And the only thing I've really ever done to the truck was replace the transmission control module. It went out, and replace power steering pump. It went out. Other than that, you know, other than just basic stuff like the what do you call it? The ball joints, tie rod ends, you know, stuff like that. Guys, this year has really hit me hard. It really has. I tell everybody about putting back for emergency fund, maintenance, stuff like that. And guys, I do it. I may not do it like I should or as much as I should, but I try. But I mean, everybody knows times are tough right now with inflation. Everything's expensive. The cheap rates, high fuel. I mean, guys, y'all know how it is. So I mean, I had to have tires this year. At 325,000 miles, I found my first leak, and I thought it was coming from the transfer case, but it turned out to be coming from the transmission. So I got that fixed, and plus most of y'all know, before all that stuff happened, I sort of dipped into my funds a little bit. I didn't, I didn't completely delete them, but I took a little bit out to get my Tahoe fixed. I had to do the DOD delete on it because rockers and stuff like that, lifters was starting to mess up on it. Got my funds built back up. Then I had to start doing the maintenance, the ball joints, tie rod ends, tires, all that stuff. Got that done. Started building my funds back up. Transmission started leaking. Ended up replacing some things that I probably didn't need to replace. Trying to figure out where it was leaking from because I couldn't find the leak. So then I started again. Started trying to get my funds built back up. And then this happened. And I know this is not like a catastrophic breakdown, but in a way it is. So basically what happened is so let me get back to what we're doing. So Sea Farmer was over here. We took the fuel pressure regulator out, and as soon as I pulled it out, that's what I saw, all that glitter. So the high pressure side of the CP4 pump did come apart. So that's basically the worst case scenario with the fuel pump. I was hoping, maybe it just went bad, maybe the low side went bad, then I could just do the CP3 conversion and get back on the road. But now I have to do the entire the CP3 conversion plus get the contamination kit, basically replacing all the fuel lines, the injector lines, injectors, take the tank off, have it flushed, make sure all the metal is out of there. Anything to do with the fuel system, it basically has to be replaced to make sure that nothing gets back up in the new. So that's pretty much the deal with the truck. So I'm fixing to catch up on some a couple of comments, and then we get back to the rest of this. Tony said doing 34-hour doing 34-hour reset there. You gonna do it in Goodman or shoot? I mean, you're only probably a couple hours from me, probably. Come on back up here. Do your 34-hour here. Both of you can. You and Mike. Let's see. Oh, I just hit something on my tablet. All right. Clay Chapman, Mudhole. Let's see. Grady, Evans. Come on, everyone. Hit that thumbs up button. Thanks, Grady. Yeah, guys, if y'all don't mind, and I don't know exactly where it is. I guess it's a little heart over in the lower right-hand corner. I don't know exactly how you like it. But yeah, guys, like it. Guys, get on here and leave me a comment and everything. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, guys, y'all subscribe. So, awesome. Just seen a few people hit that little heart button. Awesome. Thank y'all. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I'm still trying to grow my channel. I've hit over at 1,000 mark, and guys, I can't thank y'all enough. If it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't have never made it. But I'm still trying to grow it and hopefully get as big as I can one day. You never know. So but anyway, so let's get back onto it. So get off the truck just for a second and let you know what's going on with RV Transport. So got back home and from that, and then pretty much found out the truck was pretty much down, and most of y'all know that you got to pull one, at least one camper a month, one every 30 days. Under the circumstances, they probably wouldn't have done anything as far as if I'd have went over that 30 days, especially as how much they're hurting for drivers and all that stuff. But I didn't know whenever I was going to be able to go back. I didn't know when I was going to get my truck fixed. The Daniel Q, $5. Brother, thank you. Thank you. Man, I'm sorry. Thank you. That means a lot. It really does. Um, but as far as the um, so like I said, I didn't know whenever I was going to get to go back to work, how long I was going to be down. I didn't know at the time. I didn't know what was wrong with the truck, how severe it was, how much it was going to cost to get fixed. Nothing. So, so I went ahead and delisted. Now I am planning on coming back. So don't worry about that. I do plan on coming back. No problem. Thanks for the video, Daniel Q. Awesome. Thank you, brother. Um, so, um, so I went ahead and delisted, and then one reason so that way, of course, you got to wait the 45 days, and then I get my bond back, and that was one of the reasons I done it. Well, actually, two reasons. One is because since I wasn't working, I still had to pay my insurance. So if I cancel my insurance, then they're going to delete me anyway. So in order to save money, being I wasn't working, is I had to cancel my insurance as far as my commercial insurance. Now I went back and I got through my regular personal policy right now. Then I got insurance on it, in case something happens. But as far as my commercial insurance for RV Transport, I canceled that. So I went ahead and delisted, and then that way, in 45 days, I can get my bond back. The way it's looking though is that 45 days will be up towards the end of September. Guys, to be honest with you, I'm sort of hoping to be back on the road by then. So I may be able to at least back on and just tell them that don't worry about sending my bond back. That we just basically start where I left off. So whenever I delisted, they told me that as long as I come back within 6 months, then then everything will be good. That I don't have to. I can basically come back in just like whenever I left off. So I wouldn't have to go back through orientation or nothing like that again. The only thing that I would have to do is if I'm going over 30 days, I would have to come back up there and do a drug test, and I mean that's no problem. So that's basically the only thing. So just call back and then run back over there, take a drug test, and then I'll be on my way. So so that's pretty much that. So getting back to the truck, so this is what I've found out, and this is sort of the plans right now. Most of y'all seen on a couple of videos. I've been thinking about selling my Jeep. If anybody's interested in the Jeep, it still is up for sale. I'm not really advertising it that much because the way things are right now and the way things worked out. My brother, he helped me out. As of right now, I plan on keeping the Jeep unless somebody wants it and gives me what I'm asking for it. But that's the thing. It's y'all can go check out the other video. It's with the Jeep and everything. So I basically went over the whole Jeep and all that stuff. So I'm asking $10,000 for it. I may go down a little bit, but guys, I'm not going to give it away. So if you want to ask me or offer me a low ball number, you can forget it. So let's see. Tony Edwards, Sea Farmer did the same for me. Yes, he did. Yep, Sea Farmer went and rescued Tony and helped him put his motor in. And guys, if y'all haven't subscribed to Sea Farmer's channel, go check him out. Subscribe to his channel. He puts out a lot of great content on, especially whenever it comes to, especially a Duramax motor. So what I did is I'd went over several ideas in my head, guys. I've been so stressed out last couple of days. The So I was trying to decide whether I want to sell a Jeep. I was deciding whether I want to um, um, sell maybe a piece of my land. Not a lot of it. I got a guy on the backside of me. Every few months he calls me, "Hey, you ready to sell any of that land yet?" Nope. So I'd actually thought about that. Didn't want to, but I thought about it. Then I'd actually thought about maybe just going to get another truck. The the only problem with that, guys, is one, I just don't want the payment because my truck's paid for. One thing I'm fixing to do is I'm fixing to start putting back a truck payment every month, and I'll hit on that here in just a minute. So I didn't want a truck payment. Go ahead and get a newer truck, maybe not brand new, but a newer one. And I mean, I'm probably still looking, $800 to $1,000 a month truck payment. And what happens whenever it breaks down? Then now I'm gonna have a truck sitting out of the driveway, and I'm still gonna have to be paying on it every month. Luckily, right now I don't have a truck payment, so that truck's really not hurting me just sitting out there. I mean, I'm not making any money, but at the same time, I'm not spending any money. So, so I was going over talking to one of my friends that he think I should sell a piece of my land, and he told me, he said, well, just try to do like a HELOC or like a line of credit against your land, like equity in it. And so I called the bank and asked about that. The only problem is they would only go for 1 year. And guys, that'd be way too much payment. So my brother helped me out, and so basically I went and got a loan. My brother co-signed with me, and got a loan through the bank where I got my land. And so I got enough to basically enough to replace the engine if I wanted to. So the plans is I was going to at first I was just going to get the CP3 conversion, contamination kit, and all that stuff. Tony was heck no, don't sell it, bro. So I was going to do that, and then just get it back running doing that. So the CP3 conversion contamination kit is I think the kit with, like I said, with the contamination part, that's all new injector lines, injectors, everything is like $5,000. That's through thoroughbred diesel, fleece, CP3 conversion. If you catch it before the CP4 goes out, which, guys, I highly recommend doing that CP3 conversion as soon as possible. Like C Farmer said, I mean, it can go 30 miles, I can go 3,000. You might get 300,000 like I did out of this one. You never know. It's a ticking time bomb. That's all it is. So get rid of it, replace it, and you can get that CP3 conversion kit for $2,000 off of fleet or thoroughbred diesel through Fleece. So you can do it yourself or pay somebody to do it. So so I was gonna get that kit, and so that was $5,000. And then I was also going to go ahead and get a fast system and put on the truck. So that's $1,200. And so go ahead and do all that, and C Farmer is going to help me do it. Then I started thinking about, well, I mean, now I'm looking at, close to $7,000, if not more. So the time I pay for labor and stuff. So so I don't know. So I lost my train of thought, but so trying to think where I was at. But anyway, so do that. And yeah, so I'm close to $7,000. Well, I'm sitting here thinking, well, I might find a good engine for that. So, so I'm gonna hit on the comment real quick. Grady Evans, I suggest going with Air Dog instead of the Fast. I have a good contact for Air Dog. Grady, that's what I've heard too. I talked to a mechanic earlier today, and he's the same way. He highly recommends the Air Dog for a couple reasons. One, unless you want to spend the extra money and get like a certain fast system, then something about I got to drill into my fuel tank in order to get it to work. With the Air Dog, I can just it's like plug and play. Be honest with you, I don't know how all that stuff works, so but I would rather have one, just plug up. Let me give me something to drink real quick. It's just a Mountain Dew. So I thought about getting another engine, and so I found called around the other day, and through Raceway Auto in Savannah, Tennessee, at the salvage yard. They have an LML that came out of a 2014 Duramax or Chevy. It's been wrecked, 165,000 miles, and 6-month warranty, basically internal parts of the motor. And for, I think it was like 5,600, something like that. So by the time I pay for the motor, taxes, and the only thing is I want to keep my motor. I don't want to turn my motor back in. I want to keep it because the motor in mine's good. It's just the fuel system went bad. So I could turn mine in for a Core. Core's like 1,300 and something. So basically out the door, motor, taxes, Core, and I keep my motor. It was like 7,500. So that's what I was going to do, and I was going to get the motor, and basically me and C Farmer was going to take my motor out and put this back in, and we was going to make a video on it. Unfortunately, guys, that ain't going to happen. I'm sorry, I apologize, but I'm not going to go that route. And I'll tell you here in just a minute what I'm going to do. But so another thing, so that's 7,500. And then before I'd have put that motor in, I would have done a CP3. I would have ordered the CP3 conversion kit, the one for $2,000, and put that in before we installed that motor. So that way I'm protecting that motor. Because again, I could have went, time I went from C Farmer's house back home, that CP4 pump could have went bad on that fresh motor I just put in. Or I could have got 3,000, 30,000, could have got another 300,000. Like I said, guys, you never know. You never know when that thing's gonna go out. So, so I was gonna do that. Then I was gonna pay C Farmer for his time, and everything, and so I mean I'd have been looking at over 10 grand. The Brian Anderson, hey, I'm late. Hey, brother, what's going on? Appreciate you tuning in. Basically, just going over what's been going on with my truck. I just hit on it real quick. So, basically, C Farmer came over the other day and basically went back and took the fuel pressure regulator out, and found her worst nightmare. Found the metal, the glitter, metal shaving. So, so the CP4 pump, she went kaboom. So, so now I gotta replace all that. Then I was trying to decide whether or not I want to do that or just go ahead and get a whole nother motor. And that's where I'm at right now. So, the good part about going that route is I would have that motor and put in my truck with a fresh CP3 pump on it, Now I still got my motor, and I would bring it back to the house and store it, and then that way I can go ahead and get back to work, and then start saving up my money, and then basically redoing the fuel system on that one, doing CP3 conversion, the injectors, lines, all that stuff. Then whenever I got it done, then I would have a fresh motor sitting here. So if anything ever happened to mine, then all I gotta do is just, I ain't gotta worry about trying to find one, buy one, anything like that. I got one sitting here. That's the good part. Bad part is a few $1,000s more that I really don't want to spend right now. So some people has told me that, well, check with your insurance. That insurance, if you got full coverage, then they will, if you, can prove that there's water contamination in your fuel, then they will fix it. Jeff Arnold, wow, I made it. Awesome, brother. Guys, I really appreciate y'all tuning in. Guys, Jeff, he's y'all ain't seen Jeff and Cheryl. They're transport bandits, and Jeff, he's my brother. He's a brother from another mother, former Marine. Brother, appreciate y'all tuning in. Cheryl, if you're watching, hey, I hope y'all enjoying y'all's new truck. Leave me a comment. How's your truck? How's that gasoline truck doing? TJ, smart move. Plus, you have extra parts as you do another 300K over the road. Andy Hood, hey brother, Andy, he lives right down the road from me. I hope you get back up and running soon. Me too. That's the plans. If everything works out and goes the way that it's doing, then I'm hoping to be back in hopefully about 3 weeks. I'm fixing to touch on real quick basically what the plans are, and how long it's going to take him to do it, when he's going to be able to get to it, and all that stuff. So Jeff Arnold, I guess I'm late. Better late than never, brother. Tony G, bad thing with having motor in your garage is over time you will start using parts off it. Laugh out loud. You're right. Things come off, or I start taking stuff off of them. Seal, stuff like that can start dry rotting. Rodents and all that stuff start getting into it. And you're right, I would really have to, wrap it up and crate it up good. Especially out here in the woods where I live. So things that get in there. So you're absolutely right. Cheryl driving gas truck is doing good so far. Awesome. Cheryl, be careful out there. I know you're a good driver. I'm just messing with you. TJ, it's a Ford. It's slow. Transport bandits. Just kidding, transport bandits. Don't mess with them too bad. Let's see. Grady, appreciate all of our veterans' service. Freedom isn't free. Grady, you're absolutely right, and thank you for reminding me. Of course, I'm a former Marine myself, Iraqi veteran, and for all the veterans out there, thank you for your service. Everybody gets on here and says that freedom's free. Guys, freedom is not free. Freedom was given to us by somebody that sacrificed their life for us. So freedom is not free. I don't care what anybody tells you. So if you see a veteran, tell them thank you. Give them a hug. You see one in the store, give them a hug. Walk up to them, shake their hand, tell them thank you for your service. Absolutely great. Whiskey says hello. Hey Whiskey, what about Smokey? How's Smokey doing? They ain't been chasing no more cows, have they? Tony Edwards, thank you. Thank you too, brother. Tony Edwards to all bets. So getting back to the truck. So as far where's that the insurance? So my personal insurance, I got Progressive insurance. So I called Progressive and asked them, and they said, "Yeah, we cover it." Awesome. They said you just got to take it to a certified dealer, and it ain't got to be the Chevy dealership or nothing like that. Just a certified dealer or certified mechanic. So my local diesel mechanic here went there and told him what was going on. Unfortunately, he's not working on like pickups anymore. He's only dealing with semis. He can't keep enough help. So there's another one, and come to find out, they just sold. They're going out of business. So there's another guy that he sold his shop and decided he was going to try something new, and he ended up not liking it. So now he's back doing mechanic work, and so I've heard he's that's mostly what he deals with is the Duramaxes. So so I went and talked to him, and remember where my place is before I lose it. But so I went and talked to him, and he had said, or I asked him, told him what was going on with the truck. I asked him what did he accept? Did he deal with insurance companies? He said yes. He asked me who I had, and I told him Progressive. And he said, "Oh me," and he said State Farm, Farm Bureau, places like that. He said they're pretty easy to deal with. He said with Progressive, they're going to want you to bring the truck here. They're going to want me to tear it apart, go through it, find out what the cause was. They're going to send an adjuster out, do fuel samples, take pictures, all that stuff. He said they're going to take their time doing it. You're probably looking at probably a couple of months. Everything time they do their stuff and you get it back going. And then he said then at the end of it, they're probably going to come back up and try to find some kind of excuse to keep from having to pay for it. So then you're going to be stuck with a bill. And I told him I appreciate him telling me that. So I told him what I was planning on doing about just getting another motor put in it. Alright, so he says that since he's like a dealer or like a mechanic shop, business, all that stuff, of course he can get parts cheaper than I can. He can order those. So he said that what he would do is he could do the CP3 conversion, do the contamination kit, replace all the lines, replace all the injectors, drop my tank, flush it, and then basically put it all back together, parts and labor for $6,500. So I said, let me think on it. And I mean, that's great. Saved me a lot of money. But I was, you know, at first I was really sad about having a spare motor sitting around. But, so like Grady said a while ago, that, I mean, you start taking stuff off of it. I think it was Grady said that. Start taking stuff off of it. And, no, Tony G said that. You start taking stuff off of it, it's sitting there, then it starts going bad and everything. So, I called my brother-in-law, called another friend of mine, the one that rebuilt the motor on my Tahoe. He deals basically with the Vortec engines, the 5.3s. Got his opinion. I also got C. Farmer's opinion, which I really trust. And which route should I go? And every single one of them said, Ben, I've already got the money from the loan, is go ahead and let this guy do the CP3 conversion, replacing the lines, injectors, all that stuff, get it back going, and then take the rest of that money, that other $5,000-$6,000, and put it in the bank and do not touch it. Basically put it into my emergency fund, which I'm always harping on, guys. And I think that's the smart move. Go ahead and get it fixed. because and they also said that only if um, I am I'm comfortable with my motor. And guys, I am comfortable with my motor. Yes, it has 337,000 miles on it, but I am very, very comfortable with my motor. It doesn't knock. Oil pressure drops a little bit after I've been running all day, down to about around 20. To me, it sounds low. I've seen on some Duramax forums and stuff like that. I read over that the LML Duramaxes, that's sort of pretty much normal for them. Driving, I mean, pulling the camper, it stays up, close to 40. When I first crank it up, it'll be 50 something, 60. It only drops down that low is whenever everything's hot and I stop. Now after I let it cool down, it'll start picking back up a little bit. Any of you guys run the LML Duramax? If y'all's does that, drops down that low, leave it in the comment. Let me know, hey, is that normal? Is it not normal? What should I be looking for or what? But other than that, that's the only thing that I sort of feel a little bit uncomfortable about with mine. The Jeff Arnold, I am never comfortable with a motor. You're right. You never know when that motor's going to go down. A lot of people say that if in your emergency fund, you should always have enough money back to cover a motor, and that's true. If you don't have enough money set back and in your emergency fund to cover a motor, then you're not doing it right. I'm sorry. Let me catch up on comments real quick. So, because I sort of skipped ahead whenever I mentioned Jeff's. See, Cheryl's driving. It's a Ford. Grady said, appreciate all veterans. Yes. Tony said, thank you. All right, James Randolph. Hey, if you need anything, help, let me know, and I will come running to help. Brother, I know you will. James, my neighbor, and James is always there for me whenever I need him. Anytime I need help around the house, moving something, anything like that, all I gotta do is call him. If he's at home, he's over here helping me. TG, are you saying when transporting, I have personal and commercial insurance? I only have commercial. No, TJ, whenever you're transporting, you can have both if you want to, but on the personal side, if they find out you're using your vehicle for commercial use, then you just wasted all that money. They're not going to cover you. So you've got to have commercial insurance. With mine, what I did is whenever I canceled my commercial policy through the doing RV transport, then I went and added my truck to my personal policy that I got my Ford and my Tahoe and my Jeep and all that stuff on. So that way, if it's out there, it caught fire, or I got a big old oak tree, it's sitting right up underneath the big old oak tree right now. So if a big old limb fell on it and crushed it, then that I got insurance on it, it'd cover it. But as far as transporting goes, no, you need commercial insurance. Let's see, Jeff Arnold, yeah, I'm never comfortable with motor. Brian Anderson, that oil pressure is exactly what my LML does, 613,000 miles. That's what I was thinking, Brian. I've heard a lot of people doing that, so that makes me feel good. And going to Brian's truck, if I'm not mistaken, I think C Farmer said that y'all had to that y'all CP4 pump went down like around 200,000, something like that, and they have the LML Duramax, and I mean, he, like I said, he's got 613,000 miles on the motor. And if I'm not mistaken, y'all haven't done anything to that motor other than the pump and maybe just normal wear and tear stuff. But if I'm not mistaken, I don't think y'all have ever done anything to that motor. Let me know. Patrick Squires, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Truck emergency fund, 20 grand for sure. New motor or 20% down for new truck. Yes. Guys, and whenever I say if you ain't got enough money to cover a new motor, some people may say, well, man, I get 10 grand or 15 grand or 20 grand put back, and then I'll stop. No, you don't stop, um, because eventually you're going to have another truck, period. Um, yes, my truck's 2012. It's got 337,000 miles on it, and I'm fixing to be out several $1,000s to get it fixed. Um, Other than that, I mean, truck still runs good. New ball joints, new tie rod ends, new tires, new shocks, all that stuff. But guys, eventually that truck's going to wear out to the point to where no matter what I do, I'm nothing's going to save it. So I'm going to have to go get another truck. And so yeah, you need money back to put down to go get another truck. To be honest with you, like somebody told me once before, and I knew this, and whenever I paid my truck off, then what I should have done, whenever my truck was paid off, I was sort of in, not a hardship, but I mean, things was tough. My dad had passed away. I wanted his truck. He still owed on it. So to keep his truck, I ended up with another truck payment. That, to be honest with you, at the time I really couldn't afford. I managed and I made it work. Had to get out and run more, but I ended up and I paid it off too. The so so I sort of took a little break whenever mine was paid off. Because whenever I paid mine off, I was still having to pay for the Ford. And but what I should have been doing is, because the bank, they don't care. They want their money. So what I should have been doing is taking that truck payment, putting it back into my emergency fund. And every single month, put that in there. No matter what. Don't come up and make excuses. Oh, well, I want to go on vacation this month, or I need this around the house this month, or whatever. No. Like I said, the bank, they don't care whether you want to go on vacation. They don't care whether or not you want to buy something nice or whatever. They want their money. So treat it as my emergency fund. They want their money. So whenever I get back on the road, that's what I'm going to try to start doing. And I'm going to try to be disciplined enough. Guys, whenever you don't have to pay the bank anymore, you got to have a lot of discipline to do that. And I ain't going to lie, it's hard. So I ain't going to tell nobody else out here doing it. I'm going to tell you should do it. But I ain't going to tell you to do it because I haven't been doing it. But do as I say, not as I do. But yeah, you should always have that much money. And then somebody else said something one time that you're basically one catastrophic breakdown away from bankruptcy, and that's true. Unless you have a good nest egg put back. So let me catch up again. Let's see here. All right. Brian said about the oil pressure. Patrick said about the emergency fund, 20 grand. TJ, no money left over for both. All good. Jeff Arnold, I think any of us would help if we can. Yes, I know y'all would. And Jeff, I mean, whenever y'all helped see Farmer out, and whenever he broke down out in close to California, y'all brought him back. Yeah, I know y'all would help people out, and I know y'all would help me out too. See, Grady, I'll only use Schaefer oil in my Ram Cummins and Baldwin filters. Now I do use Rotella. That's all I've ever used in mine. As far as my filters, that's what I use is Baldwin filters. And to be honest with you, I haven't had any problems with Baldwin filters whatsoever. Brian Anderson, was it my pump? Okay. Only thing had done to motor was one injector at 400,000 and original turbo and transmission. Awesome. So over 600,000 miles on the original turbo and transmission. It all depends on how you take care of the truck. You have to take care of your truck. Don't get out here like some people do, or like if you're just using it for your daily driver, if it goes over, a few hundred miles for oil change, I'd be alright. Guys, I change my oil every 10,000 miles. I think I may have went over maybe a few hundred miles one time. But if I'm pushing that 10,000 miles, and if I know that time I get done with that trip I'm fixing to go on, and if that's going to put me over, if it's going to put me over 11,000 miles, then I don't care if I hit that 10,000 miles or not. I'm changing my oil before I go on that trip. So I change my oil filter every 10,000. I used to change my fuel filter and transmission spin-on filter every oil change, so every 10,000 miles. I've gotten to a habit of just doing that every other oil change. And some people's told me that's too much. Guys, no. You can never service your truck too much. It may cost you more money, but you can never service it too much. Brian Anderson, if you're comfortable with your motor, I'd say fix it and roll on. A lot of miles left in it. Yep. And I'm going to do one more question. We'll go back to Brian's comment. So Patrick, bad events are assured. No events are a blessing. Yes. And guys, it's like I always say in my videos, the inevitable will happen. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It will happen. It's not if it's going to happen, it's when it's going to happen. You are going to have not just a breakdown, but you are going to have a catastrophic breakdown eventually. So always count on that. Seal Mez, what oil brand? The oil that I use is Rotella, the 1540. That's what I use. Somebody, let's see, who was it? Grady, he said he uses Schaefer. And I've had a couple other people tell me use, what was it? Dello oil. It's real good oil. And I thought about switching over, but of course that was, back during the whole COVID thing, and everything was so hard to find and get, and I just couldn't find it. Rotella was hard enough to find, and and I'm not a real big person on changing something if something's going good already. If it's not broke, don't fix it. So trucks always run good on Rotella, so that's pretty much what I've stuck with. And 337,000 miles, it seems to love it. So that's probably what I'm gonna continue to stick with. I'm afraid if I changed oil, I might make the old girl sick. So she might hate me for it. She might say, "What the crap is this stuff?" So about like old C. Farmer, he tells me that based on the place he gets fuel is TA and Petro. And guys, that's really the only place I get fuel. Except down here at my local gas station down here, truck stop, a small one, Wild Bill's. That's the only place I ever get fuel. Steve Farmer said if he gets fuel at Pilot, Flying J, something like that, he said the time he gets out of the parking lot, he's got so many check engine lights coming on, it's not even funny. So no truck thinks that you're poisoning them. So I'm just going to stick with what I've been using. Um, some will only use AMSOL. Yeah, I've heard of that. I've heard that's a good one. Let's see. Oh, I missed one. Jeffrey Agnew. Sorry, signed on late. Have you diagnosed the issue? Yes. I'm gonna hit on it real quick, and I'm gonna get back to where I was. Um, so, ended up, C Farmer came over, helped me work on it, and we took the fuel pressure regulator out, just to sort of keep from doing a bunch of other diagnostics, because if we found metal in the system, then there wasn't no sense in going any further. So we wanted to go ahead and rule that out. And so we took the regulator out, and we found our worst nightmare. So the CP4 pump did come apart, and there is metal in the fuel system. Then last few days I've been trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. Either replace it with a new pump, new contamination kit, and replace all the lines, injectors, flush tank, all that stuff, get back on the road, or just go ahead and replace the whole engine. Then I'd have a spare engine once I turned around and got it fixed. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end up just doing, I'm gonna having this one fixed. And that's basically where I've sort of left off. Let's see. Where am I at? All right, Grady. Some will only use AMSOL. Silmez, I do T6 on a Power Stroke. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what mine is on the Rotella. That's what I use. I have to change my pump before the boom. Yeah, that's what I was saying a while ago. If you have not done the CP3 conversion yet, guys, you need to do it. Save up your money as soon as possible and have that done. Everybody's been telling me that I need to do it. See, Farmer's been on me about doing it, and I just never have. And then, I sort of get there in my mind for a minute. Well, I mean, truck's got 300,000 miles on it. It ain't went kaboom yet. But I mean, I've heard of them going kaboom at 30,000. So, like I said, it's a ticking time bomb. You never know when it's going to happen. So, if you haven't replaced it yet to do the conversion, you need to do the conversion. Let's see. All right, see, I'm going to get with you in a minute. I'm going to catch up with a couple others. So Jeffrey Agnew, C Farmer rocks. Yes, he does. He absolutely does. C Farmer is a blessing. See, Grady Loves has too much corn liquor in it. Jeffrey Agnew, CP4. Yep, you're right. TG Rotella T6, I found good price at Walmart every time I need it, until I started talking to other guys, and they said Duramax should be running T4. There's opinions all over the place. It's hard to say. TG, I have to check into that. I've never heard of that. I'll do some research. Yeah, as far as my oil, I get my oil at Walmart, because the company I'm leased on with, we're tax exempt at Walmart. So that always helps. Every penny savings helps. See, Nova Vroom Vroom. What's up, brother? From Texas. I think that's where he's from. Yeah. Yeah, he's been tuning in my channels. Have you got leased on yet? Well, hold on. He says I need a job. Looking to lease on to a company. Yeah, like I've told you, brother. Just man, start calling them all. I know you said you had that. Was it 4,500 or something like that? You said that you had. Yeah, just man. All I can tell you is start calling around. Just Google RV transport companies in Indiana, and it'll give you the list of them, and call them all. Call every single one of them. Yep, my old phone's ringing. Uh, Silmez S&S pump. I don't know too much about the S&S. And to be honest with you, I don't know too much about any of them. I've just heard from a lot of good things about the fleece, so that's what I was going to go with. And but some of the research stuff that I've seen some good things on the S&S. Um, Brian, what kind of fuel treatment do you use? Um, Brian, I don't know if this is what I should have been using, but I've been using Hot Shot. That's what or wait a minute, no, I take that back, I'm sorry. I've been using Howes. So I put Howes in my tank. I've been putting it in there every other fill up. So, I got my 36 gallon tank, then I got my 100-gallon tank on the back. And whenever I get fuel, I always put enough to treat 100 gallons in my big tank. And I usually do that every other fill up. It could be, let me know if that's too much, let me know if that's not enough. I should be doing it every fill up. Y'all leave me in the comments, let me know what fuel treatment y'all recommend. Because whenever I get back on the road and having this truck fixed, I'm going to start using some good fuel treatment. Jeff Arnold, lost signal back now. Awesome, brother. Nova Vroom Vroom, I buy my oil at Walmart too. Brian Anderson, I've used T6 since it was at 150k miles. Yeah, like I said, whenever I bought my truck, it had 191,000 miles on it. I bought it from a local guy, and basically he bought it brand new. So I'm the second owner of the truck, and basically he used it to pull his horse trailer around to horse shows. And to be honest with you, I don't know what kind of oil he used, but I do know that from 191,000 6 years ago to now at 337,000, that's all I've ever used is the T6 Rotella oil, and so far I haven't had any trouble. I've never had a leak up, and even now, and knock on wood, they 337,000 miles, and I've never had a leak on my motor. Now at 325,000, I found my first leak ever on the transmission. As far as the motor, no leaks, no blow by, nothing. The motor's good, at least I think. So knock on wood. I hope it don't. Hope it stays that way. I'm hoping I get like Brian, get over 600,000 on it. Grady, let's see, he's talking Brian Schaefer's carbon treat. Nova 07 Ford E 450 6.8 liter V10 gas powered. Took a friend's 30 bumper pull RV from Houston to Alma, Arkansas. Pulls great at 9 miles a gallon. Yeah, pulling, that ain't too bad for the size of the truck. Seafoam is a good fuel treatment, even for diesels. Brian Anderson, I'm a true believer in Hot Shot. I honestly think that's what's kept my CP4 together. I actually only treat it, or I actually over treat it. So, yeah, I've ran a Hot Shot a few times, and then I don't know why I switched back over to Howes. I can't really remember why. I don't know if it was cheaper and I was just trying to save some money or what, but yeah, I can't remember. I'm a true believer in Hot Shot. Before I actually over. So, all right. So, Brian, you said that you actually over treat yours. So, do you actually put a bottle in there every oil change? I mean, not every oil change, but every fill up. Vroom vroom. You have a good truck. Keep it. Yep, I plan on keeping it. Like I said, it's paid for. Like I've said in some of my videos, guys, they honestly, even if I was to ever get another truck, which I don't really see myself doing, unless this and this completely just falls apart or wreck it, which I hope I don't. They, I don't honestly ever see myself getting rid of that truck. If I, like I said, if I was to ever get another truck to do RV transport or whatever, I would still keep this truck and use it as a farm truck. Pull my tractor around, all that stuff. I'm keeping my truck. Let's see. TG, I've been using Hot Shot Secrets every day. Treatment and Diesel Extreme ever since I got the LVP for almost 3 years. I feel like it's made a huge difference. Okay. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about Hot Shot, so it's probably what I'm going to start using. Jeff Arnold, watch Project Farm. His fuel treatment videos is very good. Let's see. Let me write that down real quick. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Jeff. Let's see. What'd you say? Project Farms. Okay. Awesome. All right. Brian Anderson. Yes, I treat every drop of diesel that goes in it. Actually put in a little more than it says to. All right. Thank you. I'll probably start doing that. Jeff Arnold said on YouTube. All right, so I think I'm caught up on comments, so we get back to what my plans are. Let me get a drink when my mouth runs dry. So, I've seen a few people sort of fell off here. Guys, I appreciate if y'all stick with me. I know this is, shoot, man, we've been on here over an hour. But it's a little bit more. I'll probably try to wrap it up. But so where is that? So I talked to the guy, and he said he'd do it for $6,500. So then I said that yes, I'll be saving money, but at the same time I won't have a spare motor. But like one of the other gentlemen, I think it was Tony or TG or somebody told me that about I think Tony G, about it sitting out there and I start robbing parts off of it. So basically what I decided is I'm gonna let this guy fix it. So unfortunately there won't be a video on it. But so I'm gonna let him fix it, get it back going. Then I'm gonna take that $5,000 or $6,000, I'm putting it in the bank, and I'm gonna forget about it, and I'm not gonna touch it. That's gonna be in my emergency fund. Because guys, right now I am broke. Whenever my truck broke down, I mean I had not enough, but I mean I had close to a couple thousand put back. But being off and everything like that, guys, I'm broke. So I had to go get this loan, and so I gotta get the truck fixed, get back to work, so I can start paying it. But so I'm gonna put that money back into my emergency fund. Now that does not mean that, like I've stressed on before, that y'all know how I always talk about, put 5% back into a maintenance fund, put 5 to 10% back into your emergency fund. And guys, that emergency fund is exactly what it is. It's for an emergency only. It's not to go out here and change your oil with. It's not to go out here and buy tires. It's not to go out here and, do preventative maintenance or replace things that's going to wear out. It's for an emergency situation only. Your maintenance fund is for all that other stuff. Your emergency fund is for if you live in Mississippi like me and you're out in California and the truck breaks down, then you're going to need a few $1,000s to get your truck and your own butt back home. Then you're going to have to replace whatever broke down, motor, transmission, whatever. And you probably be looking at probably $10,000. I'm looking at close to $10,000, and mine was just a fuel system. So um, and everything. So anyway, so whenever I get back on the road, I'm gonna still do my 5% maintenance, my 5 to 10% into my emergency fund on top of that $5 or $6,000 that's already in there, and then I'm also gonna try to my best to put back, like I was saying, my truck payment. My truck payment's paid for. So basically, what I'm doing, guys, I'm paying my business. Basically, I am leasing my truck to my business. And so I need to be paying my business, or my business is paying me, whichever one you want to look at it, needs to be paying one of us the truck payment. So I'm going to be putting that money into my emergency fund. And guys, I figured it up one time. My payment on my dually, whenever I had it, was $611 a month. If I put that money back every single month within about a 4 to a 5 year time period, I could walk into pretty much any dealership I wanted to and pay cash money for a brand spanking new dually, new truck. And I would have it saved up as long as I put that money in there. And guys, that's the kind of emergency fund you need. Not 10 grand, not 20 grand, not enough to replace the engine. You need to have enough money in there to replace your truck. So that's my honest opinion. So you do some more. Alright, so I've got a few comments here. Let me scroll back up. Alright, what's Project Farm? Let's treat every job. No room. The oil geeks also run tests on oils too. Tony G, was a pleasure spending the evening with you. Hope things start looking up for you. Tony, appreciate you tuning in, and be careful out there. Like I always say in all my videos, y'all be safe, Semper Fi. So Tony, you stay safe out there. TG radio check, C Farmer. Maybe C Farmer's still on here. I know I talked to him just a few minutes before my phone or I went live, and he was in his shop working, and he I think his phone was about ready to die, and his tablet, he at first thought he left his tablet at home, but he found it and he opened it up and it only had one bar, so so it was about dead. So he may not still be here. Maybe he is. I know he said that he was doing stuff in the shop and he may not be able to watch, but he was going to listen. So he may still be here. Brian Anderson, hit that like button. Absolutely. Guys, y'all please hit that like button if you haven't already. Jeffrey Agnew, did you sell the Jeep? No, I have not sold it yet. It is still up for sale. No, I really don't want to sell it. If somebody comes to me with the right amount of money, which is what I'm asking, and some people may say that I'm asking too much, I honestly don't think I am. I think I'm asking just right. I've done a lot of research on other Jeeps and everything, and I look at them, I look at mine, what's been done to mine, all that stuff. Mine's a 2000 Jeep Wrangler Sport. It's got the 4.0 liter, six cylinder inline six, automatic transmission, 3.5 inch lift, 33 inch tires, has a bunch of extras on it. The Jeep's got 170,000 miles on it. The motor's got less than 5,000. And I'm asking 10,000. I might come off a little bit, but it's not going to be much. I'm not going to give it away. So I'll let it sit here. Like I said, it's paid for, and basically it's a savings for me. If I don't sell it, and if for some reason some things go bad in my life, and I'm under financial hardships, well, I mean, guys, I got 3 other vehicles out here that's paid for, and so Um, so I basically got a nest egg, I guess you could say. But um, yes, it's for sale. No, it's not for sale. It just depends. Um, I'm not really going to advertise it that much anymore. But if somebody comes to me and gives me pretty much what I'm asking for it, then I'll probably let it go. Jeff Arnold, Transport Bandit. Sea Farmer is asleep. Brother, he probably is. No joke though. Sea Farmer, he's had it rough. Last few weeks, he has been busy between doing stuff around his house, helping Tony replace his motor, helping some of his other friends around home, driving all the way down here to Mississippi to help me figure mine out. Yeah, I see Farmer's been busy. He really has. Um, let's see. Mile by mile. You ain't missing much. Load board is a joke right now. That's what I've heard, and that's the only part that I miss about as far as whenever I deleased. If y'all didn't see the first part, if y'all just tuning in, me saying that I did delete, but that was because I didn't know how long it was going to be before I got my truck put back up and or put back together and get it back running. And I didn't want to keep paying insurance and probably get my bond back and all that stuff, so I went ahead and deleted to sort of save money. With plans on whenever I do get my truck back, that I plan on going back. But yeah, so right now I can't see the load board. Luckily, I still got a few friends that sort of keep me informed of it. But as of right now, I can't see the load board, which sucks. But yeah, I've heard there for a couple of days there wasn't nothing on the load board. I'm hoping, and I know a lot of you out there are hoping too, that it starts coming back around. Maybe it's just, of course, this time of year and everything, they're starting to put out the 2025 models, so everything's starting to switch over. And myself, and I know all of y'all out there, that let's just hope it don't do like it did back in 2022, where it never came back. So it's come back a little. It still ain't come back even now the way that it was. But yeah, y'all remember back in 2022? There was nothing. Absolutely nothing on the board for several months. Let's see. James Randolph, me too. Mile by mile. I'm down in Perkinson's. Yeah, I think that's right. North of Gulfport. Okay. Is that where you live, or is that where you are delivering to? I got a friend, a Marine brother of mine. I think he lives in Pensacola, I believe. Brian Anderson, Sea Farmer has been cleaning on his vet. He's probably out for a cruise tonight. Probably picking him up a woman. If I had a nice looking Corvette, that's what I'd be doing. Anyway, TG, that Chevy Country Boy, like a rock. I hear you. And to be honest with you, my Chevy's been like a rock. I can promise you one thing, and this even goes for mine, going back to previous years. And and the newer they are, the worse they're made. But they just don't make them like they used to. It's not just Chevy, it's Ford, it's Dodge, it's everything. It's your refrigerator, it's your TV, your phones, everything. They just don't make them like they used to. I saw something the other day that somebody posted a refrigerator, and basically said that refrigerator is going to outlive him. And that's probably pretty much right. And these, these refrigerators, washing dryers, all that stuff you get nowadays, they may last, 3 or 4 years, then you got to replace them. It's pitiful. That's the way this designed, is to keep us broke. And basically that's the way that the government has designed everything. I ain't gonna get into politics and all that stuff, but that's the way that the world has been designed, is to keep it to where we don't completely go under, but we don't get ahead neither. They keep it to where we got to work our tails off until the day we die. Let's see. Patrick Squires, like button activated. Awesome. Thank you, brother. ×3. Awesome. Tony G was wondering, have you considered getting a cheap tow car and do drive away until you get your truck up and running? Just a thought, keeps your cash flow going. To be honest with you, no, I have not thought about that. As of right now, I've done made it this long. Another 2 or 3 weeks, I'm hoping to have my truck back up and going. The guy that I'm going to take it to have it fixed, he said he's about a week and a half to 2 weeks behind, and then whenever he gets it, then it takes him about 3 days to do. So one thing that I did consider doing, and I actually considered doing this before RV transport, and I sort of considered doing it during this time, and even whenever before my truck went down, I was thinking about it. Because I got the vehicles to do it, and I got the experience to do it. Most of y'all know I've driven trucks for almost 20 years. Not trying to be conceited or anything like that, but I've pretty much driven them all. Oversized loads, mobile homes, everything. But doing pilot car escort, no, I have never done the pilot car, but being the driver of the oversized load itself, I know what I would expect from that pilot car. So therefore, that lets me know what I should be giving them. And then, like I said, I know what that truck driver expects of me. So in that sense, yes, I do have the experience. So I was thinking about doing that, but a few things. One, I'd have to go get certified. So I had to spend all that money to get certified, all that money for insurance. Even though I got the vehicles, I still have to outfit the vehicles, or the vehicle. And then there's still no guarantee that I'd even get business. And then another one of the biggest things would be, most of y'all know, guys, I sleep late at night, or I sleep late in the morning. I don't sleep that well at night, so my bedtime is usually about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and sometimes that can be early. So I usually sleep late. Well, doing pilot car, I'd have to get up at the crack of dawn, so I don't know. So I thought about doing that, but being my truck's fixing to be another 2 or 3 weeks, I'll be back on the road, then I probably wouldn't worry about it. Yeah, I could have set one of my, I didn't even think about that. I could have set the Tahoe or the Ford or something like that up, and yeah, done driveway. Actually, I probably should have done that. But let's see. TG, great live, brother. Thank you. Yeah. I'm sort of relaxed now, but whenever I first got on here, guys, I was nervous. My first live. Jeffrey Agnew, sending good thoughts, brother. Keep the high ground. Appreciate it. Benjamin Parson, just add the S&S disaster preventer kit on my Ford. I've actually seen that whenever I was like searching through videos and everything about the conversion kit, CP3 conversion, is adding that little preventative thing. It's some kind of screen, if I'm not mistaken, and basically which the route I'm fixing to go is do the CP3 conversion. Now, if you still have the CP4 pump and you do not have the money to do the complete conversion kit yet, then I would probably highly recommend, I don't forget, he says the S&S disaster preventer, and I don't forget exactly where it goes, but if the CP4 was to explode and come apart, then if I'm not mistaken, I think this thing, it catches all that metal before it goes into the lines and the injectors and all that stuff. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. But if you don't have the money to do the conversion just yet, I would highly recommend doing that. I don't know if it actually works, but I've heard it has. So, mile by mile, dropping low board inventory and low barrier to entry and higher unemployment going to create desperate low rates. Yep. Doug Beaver, good to hear about things. Stay strong. I'm trying to. I've been, after this happened, for about a week, I ain't gonna lie, I was pretty down. I was pretty devastated. Then I was trying, looking into getting my woodworking stuff started up. And guys, I've been doing a lot, and I've been making some of my flags and stuff like that. It's a small place where I live, and I'm not really knowledgeable about, doing the online shipping and all that kind of stuff. And plus, guys, shipping's too high. And, little small place where I live, I mean, it's hard to basically be a small business, like doing stuff like that. And then, a lot of people, they want custom things, and everybody says to support your local small business, but in the end, nobody does. They still go to the big box stores, they still go to Walmart, and they say support your small business, but they never do. So, let's see. Where am I at? Oh, I've been having some more. Alright, just add S&S kit. Alright, I'm hoping I haven't. Alright, I think I missed one. Mile by mile. Just dropped in San Marcos, California, on the way back to run one to Clara, Alabama. I've been to Clara. Awesome. You going to Great American RV or Camping World in Clara? And guys, I want to say something real quick about San Marcos. I think it's Holland RV is where I deliver to. My first time going out to California, me, Tony, and C Farmer, we went out to California. This was right after I started doing YouTube videos. And I was nervous. I never thought in a million years that I'd be where I'm at today. And I had come across some people, I think, man, nobody's going to know who I am. And me and Mr. Tennessee, we done a video together one time in Georgia. I was on my way to Florida. He was on his way back. And a couple weeks later, I was sitting in one of the yards hooking up. And this guy pulled up beside my truck and was just sitting there just looking at me. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, what in the world does this guy want? What is he doing? And he got out of the truck. He said, man, I thought I recognized you. I said, do what? And he said, yeah. He said, you and Mr. Tennessee made a video not too long ago. He said, you're Semper Fi Transport, right? I was like, yeah, I'll be dang. So that was my very first interaction with somebody. But the San Marcos, California. So C Farmer, he went to Aurora Grande, I believe. Me and Tony, we delivered in at Holland RV, I believe is where it was, in San Marcos. So Tony got checked in, then they was checking my camper in, and I was doing my video, holding my phone up and everything, recording, and sort of ending my video. And as soon as I got done, the guy that was inspecting the camper, he slid the window open. He said, "Man," he said, "I thought that was you." I was like, "Dude, what are you talking about?" He said, "Man, I watch all your videos." And I was like, "I'll be dang." And then so we started talking. I started telling him how I used to live over in Vista. I used to be stationed at Camp Pendleton and all that stuff. And he said, "Yeah," he said, "it really ain't changed much except for the price." So, okay, for the price of everything, but I don't know. But yeah, that was my experience with San Marcos. Let's see here. Where am I at? Brian Anderson, great live. Wish you the best. Hope you're back up and rolling soon. Brian, I appreciate it. I really do. And I hope I'm back up and rolling soon myself. Mr. Tennessee, what's up? What's up, brother? Hope everything's going good with you. I know everybody's missing you out here. And I understand with, man, rates being low and everything. All this cheap freight, I know you can't come back out here. To be honest with you, I don't know why I'm out here myself. But let's see, Brian Anderson. Oh, Miss Tennessee, by the way, tell your daughter that I said that she done good on that air compressor video. She done real good on that. Brian Anderson, hey, Miss Tennessee, it's almost football time. Yep. We need to all get together and have like a little shindig, like a game, football game night. Just have a cookout or whatever, or RV transport thing. I don't know, but TG, hey, Mr. T, good to hear from you. Hope you're well. Mr. Tennessee, yes, sir. See, my Holland RV is where I drop. Good deal. Yeah, there's some good folks out there. I like delivering out there to Holland RV. That's a good place to deliver to. Let's see. My going to Dixie RV in Calera. Yep. Dixie RV is going to be Great American RV. Same place. So basically, Great American bought out Dixie RV. Just like down the road here, they bought out Sherman RV, Dixie RV. I think there's another one that they bought out, but yeah, Dixie RV is Great American RV. And by the way, you can if you've never been there before, you can sleep there at night. So they got parking right there in the front. So I think I've delivered to both of them. I delivered to the Camping World, and I also delivered I think I delivered to Camping World where you can stop. But I believe you can park there. I know you can at Camping World, and if not, there's a gas station literally not even a mile down the road that you can park there. So, let's see. Fireman 17, go Rebels. Absolutely, go Rebels. Yep, I'm a Rebel fan. Oh, we do. Let's do it. Yeah. I've actually, I got the place to do it. So, I've actually thought about doing it. You know, trying to set something up and, get some porta johns. Maybe get some food trucks, and guys, I know a lot of people. I know a guy that has some great barbecue, and whenever I say some great barbecue, you think Memphis barbecue is good. Memphis barbecue ain't got nothing on this guy. So yeah, get some food trucks, get some DJs out here, play some music. Like I said, if you got a camper or whatever, do a little bit of boondocking. I ain't got no hookups or nothing like that. I got water you can refill your tanks with. Yeah, we need to try to do something like that. Doug Beaver, I watch all your videos too. Like to meet up in Indiana. Just live south of South Bend, Indiana. Okay. Um, the yeah, anytime you see me pat and Doug, and this doesn't just go for Doug. Any of you guys out there, if y'all see, I mean, y'all should know what my truck looks like. I mean, it's a white truck. It's got a black flatbed on the back. It's got a big truck diesel tank on the back. I mean, you can't miss it. So, if y'all see my truck out anywhere, um, they stop me, say hello. I may not be able to talk too long, but I'll at least say hello. If you need any help, hit me up. They, old Mike, 501 Holland. It's funny with him. He had, I was pulling out the Elkhart East yard, yeah, and he was sitting on the side of the road and getting ready to pull out, and I pulled up and came up to a red light, and this son gonna come up beside me and sitting there waving his hand and everything, and I rolled down my window and he said 501 Holland, and I was like, what in the world is this guy doing? And I thought he wanted me to call him because he said 501. He said no. He said I sent you an email, and he did. He sent me an email a few days before, and I guess I got busy and I forgot and I didn't respond to it. And he actually chased me down. It was funny, but so we pulled up to the yard, and I'm glad he did. Mike, he's turned out to be a good friend. Me, him, and Tony, and Brian, and I think it's George. There's like 5 of us. We all ran out to California not too long ago, and but yeah, old Mike, he's a good dude. So let's see. Mile by mile, I come with a beer to get together. Awesome. Yeah, it'll be BYOB because I ain't got the money to pay for it all. So I can supply the grill and the water and all that stuff and the place to stay. So my good deal. My wife does catering. Awesome. Does she have like a food truck, stuff like that? Maybe she can come up here and sort of be one of the make sure we're all fed. Mr. Tennessee, I love barbecue. So do I, man. I love some barbecue. Doug Beaver, I will come to that. Awesome. Yeah, we just got to figure out time to figure it all up. Brian Anderson, yes, count me in for sure. 501 Holland, flagged you down red light. You sure did. Yep. Awesome, man. And I ain't lying. I'm glad you did. You have turned out to be an amazing friend. You're a real good dude. I wish you're still doing RV transport. Because that way we try to do another California trip. All of us, me, you, Tony, Brian, all of us. That was a good trip. So Daniel Q, 501 Holland. Yep. Let's see. Brian Anderson, the transporter shindig. That's right. I may try to start looking into doing that. Some of y'all may have to stay on me and everything, and we may have to try to figure out a good time, where it's not too hot, it's not too cold, and all that stuff. But like I said, guys, I got the land to do it. We just had to. Like if you got a camper, heck, you sleep in your trucks anyway at night. You come over here and sleep in them. Try to get it arranged so that way, maybe have some porta potties or something like that there. So, like I said, have some food trucks and have a big bonfire and stuff like that. So yeah, we definitely need to get that done. Grady Evans, Jody, you haven't had any of my barbecue. If we ever meet up, I give you, a couple, sort of, this little heart things in the way, but I give you, I think it said a couple bottles of my sauce. Awesome. The yeah, I love me some barbecue. The but guys, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and get this wrapped up. TG said I'll bring the gumbo. Shoot, yeah. TG, I've only had gumbo once. To be honest with you, it was good. But yeah, I've only had gumbo once. Um, yeah, I mean barbecue, gumbo, grill some. I mean, I know this is far fetched from gumbo and barbecue, but you know, grill some hamburgers, hot dogs, um, all that kind of stuff. So um, get some crawfish, and man, we just have a good old time. So TG, I'll fix that. Awesome. But anyway, guys. Yep. So that's the deal with the truck. So I am going to do the CP3 conversion. Go in. Of course, now you know I got to do the contamination kit and all that stuff. And so I'm just going to pay this other guy to do it. I mean, in all honesty, time I pay for the parts and everything, like I said, the kit is like, I think the kit was like 5,000 if I was to get it myself, and everything, and he's only going to charge me 6,500 to do it. I think I'll take it and do that. So something just happened to my phone. So can y'all still hear me? Am I still live? I just looked up my phone and it said, it had the little circle thing and it said you're live. So apparently it cut off. All right, ready? Yep. Good deal. Awesome. So, Mr. Tennessee, y'all be good and safe out there. Sorry I was late. See y'all around. Mr. Tennessee, appreciate you tuning in, and you be safe out there. I know everybody misses you. So we'll talk to you later. Room live and clear. Yep. Tony G. Yep. All good. And I don't know what happened. I looked up the phone and it's like it was rebooting or something. Then it sort of like a pause and it went off. But at least it didn't do it in the beginning. But anyway. So don't forget to check that email. Grady, I will. I'll actually write that down right now, so I do not forget. Check email. And Grady, again, I apologize and I'm sorry about missing your email. Like I said, I've been busy. I've been out of it. I've just, honestly, I haven't been myself lately. And especially the last couple of days between getting a loan with not wanting another payment. It's not really I can't afford it. I just don't want it. I don't like payments. Other than my land payment and now this, the only thing I owe is my tractor, and I got 1 year left on it. So other than that, I mean, I don't owe nobody for nothing. And you know, phone, internet, lights, you know, all that good stuff. But that's the way I like it. So anyway, let's see, man, I've had a lot of, let's see, Grady Evans, Jody, you haven't had any of my bar. Yeah, I've already read that. All right, yeah, y'all might try that barbecue sauce. Let's see, loud and clear, yes, yep, all good. Don't check email. Okay, yeah, I'm caught up. All right, mile by mile. Hopefully to get together. Won't be on a drill weekend. Mile by mile. When are your drill weekends? Let me know so that way we try to schedule that around. Because I know all how that is. I spent 6 years in the Marine Corps, and a couple of them was with the reserve up in Memphis. So. Then I got stationed to Quantico and then out of Camp Pendleton. So, no, there's a room. I hope the economy will get better next year. You are not lying. Like I said, I'm not going to get into politics, but I imagine most of y'all know how I feel. And there's only one way that's going to happen. So, and Not trying to be disrespectful, but I just appreciate nobody leave their political views on here. I just don't want to, I don't want to get into all that stuff. So, uh, yeah, well, Mr. Tennessee, he just texted me. Good live, brother. Thank you. Awesome. Uh, yeah, it's my first one, and I ain't gonna lie, I was nervous. So, yeah, Grady said hopefully. So, but yeah, again, that's the deal with the truck. I'm gonna go ahead and get him to do it. I'm gonna put that other money. I'm gonna put that back into my. Man, I just had a lot of hearts, likes. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. Um, but so I'm gonna put that money back into my emergency fund, and then I don't know if I mentioned or not, but I just want to hit it real quick before I get off here. So I pay the $6,500 to have the truck fixed. I put that money put back into my emergency fund, and then that way, and do not touch it, and keep adding to it. So that way, even though I don't have a motor, a spare motor sitting out here like I was hoping to have, now I got the money sitting in the bank. So that way, if my motor ever does go down, then the only thing I got to do is go find a motor. I'll have the money to get it. So that's my plans. So I figured that was the best thing to do, is just hang on to the money that I wasn't going to spend doing the motor swap, and then just leave that in the bank. So that way, if this motor goes down or something, whatever, then I got the money to fix it. So let's see here. I need to find a Ford truck with a 7.3 liter diesel engine. Guys, I know it's gonna please get off here. I want to ask y'all a quick question, real quick. I've heard some things, because this has been worrying me. Whoop, fixed my tablet, it messed up. So this has been worrying me whenever I get back out on the road. So I don't want to get, I guess, say too much, but all the environmental stuff, federal government, they getting sued, all that stuff, Chevron, all that deal and all that mess. And I've been hearing a lot of things about, well, now, since they can't do anything, now each state is cracking down and charging some very, very, very hefty fines. And I mean very hefty fines. Most of y'all know that, how can I put it? My old girl has had a weight loss. She went on a diet. I didn't do it. It was like she was like that whenever I got her. But yeah, I've heard some bad things of some states, and some states that you really wouldn't think that would be doing this, such as like Texas and places like that. Have y'all been stopped or anything yet? A couple of my good friends, they've said they've been stopped, and luckily their girls have not been on a diet yet. So, but that's one thing I'm sort of worried about. So, best dish ever made by International. One. Let's see. Ronze, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. One. Good stuff. I hope I see you on the road soon. Good deal. Like I said, if you see my truck out there, come talk to me. If you see me in a truck stop, see me in the yard or whatever, yeah, come up, talk to me. Guys, I was sitting at the Petro in Knoxville one time, and I was sitting out there making my video, and this guy in a big truck, I mean, come by waving. I mean, him and his wife both was hanging out the window. I mean, that's about ready to fall out, laying down on the horn, just waving, and then, and then he sent me. I think he either sent me an email or he commented on one of my videos. He said, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know that was me. That just drove by honking." And I'm sitting there thinking, "My Lord." the Like I said, guys, I never imagined in a million years that I could be all the way on the other side of the country, and then people would recognize me. It's unbelievable, and I'm grateful. And like I said, if it wasn't for y'all guys, none of this would happen. So, let's see. All right, where am I at? Stuff. All right, Grady. I have heard that as well. Yep. Um, Wanting to put mine 2021 Ram on a diet, but getting scared now. Yep. I've heard a lot of people saying yeah, they've been thinking about doing it, but they sort of been against it. And like I said, guys, I mean, personally, me, I'm all for it, but like I said, my girl, she was already on a diet before I got her, so I don't know. But yeah, I've heard that that it can be like $10,000, and then and basically they take your lady, or well, they won't let you leave with your lady until she basically, I guess, gains her weight back. So I'm trying to put it in some terms, I guess you could say. So Michael Husinga, I think I'm pronouncing that right. Howdy from Birmingham. What's going on, man? Thank you for tuning in. Man, I used to run through Birmingham all the time. I actually, whenever I used to drive a dump truck, I used to pull one of the big demolition trailers, one of the big 40-foot dump trailers, and I used to go over there to I can't remember what it was up on 20, just north of 59, I believe, right off of was it Tuscaloosa or Tallapoosa Drive or something like that. I used to live up there at that metal management place up there. Let's see, people easily recognize a good soul. Yep. Michael, I just bought a new Dodge Dually to start with Indiana. Awesome. Good luck to you. Have you already leased on? Have you already been through orientation, all that stuff, or you still got to go through that? I don't know if you saw the first part of the video, but with everything going on with my truck, I did the lease. But that was only because I needed to save money from my insurance and everything. I wasn't no sense paying insurance and not working. So, but hopefully I get my truck back going here, hopefully in about 2 or 3 more weeks, and then I plan on leasing back on with them. So I left on good terms. Whenever I left, I talked to them, and they said as long as you haven't been gone over 6 months, then you just come back in where you stayed off, or where you dropped off at, and then if it's been over 30 days, then you just go take another drug test and then be back on your way. So, and I think, to be honest with you, I don't even think it's been 30 days yet. It's close, but of course, time I get everything done, then get truck fixed, it'll be over 30 days. To be honest with you, if I would have known that things were going to play out the way that it is right now, I probably wouldn't have leased. I'd have probably just stayed on, and then whenever it hit that 30 days, then just call them up and say, hey, I know I'm fixing to hit the 30 days, but they just bear with me. I'm fixing to get my truck back running. But like I said, at the time, I had no idea what was wrong with the truck. I had no idea how long it was going to take to get it fixed, when it was going to get fixed, how much money it was going to cost, nothing. So like I said, I just went ahead and released. But I do plan on coming back soon. Um, let's see, Daniel Q, going to get me a big husky lady to stay legal, of course. I hear you. If if I was actually looking for another truck, I'd probably have a fat girl too. So they with the way things are going right now, um, like I said, the only thing with me is, I mean, that's a big hit if somebody wants to come inspect my girl, but they I don't know. Like I said, my truck's paid for, and and it's a good running truck. And whenever I get it put back together, hopefully she gives me many, many more miles. And I just can't see myself going out here and having another truck payment. I don't know. I just can't do it. Not whenever mine's been good to me. So. Michael, I got approved but helping my dad with harvest in Illinois, starting with Indiana 1st of November. Awesome, good deal. Yeah, keep me informed. You subscribe to my videos and everything. Just send me an email, whatever, and let me know. If I can give you some advice, what to expect through orientation, then I'll let you know. But yeah, good luck to you. Like I said, glad to be out of the big truck world. Really looking forward to this gig. Man, I tell you what, I am too. Like I said, I've driven trucks for about 20 years. Some of y'all may know, some of y'all that has been with me from the very beginning of me doing my videos, or some of you who have went back and watched my videos. Back in 2011, I started driving truck in 2005. 2011, my son's mom passed away, and so I pretty much raised my son on my own from 2011 until just a couple years ago, whenever he was grown. So I raised him on my own for 12 years. I tried. Well, at first I took him on the road with me. I homeschooled him, and he done good. And at 8 years old, that son gun could read a map, and he could tell you exactly how to get somewhere. Whenever I deliver somewhere, I'd go in and ask him, hey, I tell him what I was doing. Can you give us a tour? Whenever we got back out to the truck, I'd make him do a book report on it. Whenever I got ready to go somewhere, to wherever we was delivering to or picking up or whatever, I'd tell him where we was, and I'd tell him where we was going. And this was back, I'm not going to say back before GPS or the Garmin and all that kind of stuff, GPS. This is back whenever real truck drivers read an atlas. And so I gave him my old atlas that way, and I got me another one so that way he could draw in it and stuff like that, or not draw, but I would have him look at that atlas, and I'd tell him where we was going, and he would have to tell me the best way to get there. And then he would have to figure up in between each little town and all that stuff about how many miles it was going to be to get there. And this was at 8 years old, guys. He was 8 years old whenever he learned how to do this. And but anyway, I'm not trying to brag, I am bragging on him. I ain't gonna lie. He's a good kid. He's a good man. He's turned into be a great young man, very respectful. It's a great job. Went through schools, graduated with honors, graduated college with honors, graduated lineman school at the top of his class, Now he's a lineman, working for one of the big power companies. And then here about a month or so ago, at 21 years old, just bought his first house, and it's got a great job. And whenever I say a great job, I mean he makes more money than I would ever think about making in RV transport. Um, he makes real good money, and whenever he's on call and he gets called out to a storm or something that he has to go do, I am very proud of him. But anyway, so I came back. He wanted to go back to school, be around his friends. Can't blame him. Understood. So got him back to school. I started driving local. Most of y'all know that. I mean, that's never driven truck. That I mean, driving local, they teach you just like you was over the road. It's no difference. So, and I made a promise to him and to myself that. Because my dad, he always drove a truck, so he wasn't always at my game stuff. Fire pages going off. It's not us, but so I know how it felt. So I said that I was going to always be there for my son. I was never ever ever going to miss a game. And in 12 years, I never did. I never missed a game. Whenever I get hired on somewhere, I would tell him, hey, Friday, Saturday, whenever he's playing Little League, it was Saturdays. Whenever he got into high school, it was Fridays. Whenever he's in junior high, it was like Mondays or Tuesdays. And I tell them. And they said, okay, no problem, we'll work with it. And, well, come time to, go to my son's game, no, you got to go here. And I've had a couple of them tell me, no, work's more important. No, I don't think so. My family is more important. My family comes first. They tell me work comes first. Nope, my family comes first. And I tell them real quick I'd find another job just like I found this one, and I'd walk out. And so then I started my own thing. So I started doing lawn care. Bought me an old mower, started mowing yards, worked my way up to about a $15,000, $20,000 setup, and I still got them. And I had about 40, 50 yards that I mowed. And then here about 4 years ago, I ended up having a mild heat stroke. I pushed myself too much out in this heat, and I stopped sweating, got a headache, all that stuff, and I ended up having a mild heat stroke. So now I can't take the heat like I used to, so I had to end up giving that up. And then, I've driven log trucks, dump trucks, all that stuff, and then of course I got into doing the RV transport. But anyway, I don't know exactly what got me onto that. I think, about the Mike was talking about the big, glad to be out of a truck. So yeah, there are times I miss it. I ain't gonna lie, but my brother-in-law, he's been trying to get me to come over and work where he works because they're needing truckers bad, and I've just had I don't know. I've had my share over the road. I don't enjoy it like I used to. If I didn't have my dogs around, it probably wouldn't be that bad. But and even though in RV transport I may do a load to California, then I can still go to California. I come back, take a week off, a few days off, whatever, and I go, do some local runs, whatever. And the thing I love about RV transport is I get to work when I want to. I get to go where I want to, and I do my own thing. And so that's what I love about this. There's times my brother-in-law, man, he'd get in on Friday night, Saturday morning, and he's turning right back out and leaving Saturday night, Sunday morning. Every single week. I just don't want no part of that anymore. So I enjoy doing what I'm doing. So sorry to get that too carried away into it. Let me try to catch up, then I guess we're going to get off here. And guys, I really appreciate those of you that's hung in here. I really appreciate it. Let's see. All right. Michael, he said again, I will definitely send you an email. I've learned so much from you already. Looking forward to crossing paths with you, maybe doing some runs back south with you. Absolutely. yeah, whenever you get leased on and everything, let me know, and then maybe we hook up, meet up there sometime, and then do a load back to Mississippi, Alabama, or something like that, or shoot. I mean, deliver one going down to Florida or Texas or somewhere. Um, like I was talking about the weight loss thing, I really do want to go back out to California, and I really need to make the money, because last time I went to California on the way back, I was wanting to stop. I was wanting to go through Tombstone, but I needed tires, so I didn't do it. And so I really want to go back out there and take a tour of Tombstone. I want to go. Me and a couple other buddies been trying to plan a trip going to Grand Canyons and doing a whitewater rafting and helicopter ride and all that kind of stuff, and and everything. But I don't know. I'm sort of scared to. So, let's see. Grady, Jody. By the way, when you check the email, I stay up late as well. Awesome. All right. Doug Beaver, you set a great example. Thank you. I know all my info and everything is not always maybe the most accurate. Maybe it's not the best. Maybe things that I do are different from other people. And guys, and that's what makes us all different. But I'm sure some of y'all have seen some of my videos out there, and most of y'all know I speak my mind. I've seen some videos up there, and some people gave me crap about it. Some people agreed with me. I really don't care. I'm going to put out what I want to put out, and that's just it. If you like it, you like it. Don't. See you. Bye. But I just try to tell it like it is. I try to be honest. I try to tell people and give out the information that I would want them to give me. Basically the same information that I was looking for whenever I first got into RV transport. Because guys, I'm gonna tell you, if it wasn't for C Farmer and Mr. Tennessee, I probably wouldn't be here today. I probably wouldn't be, doing RV transport. Them two right there was my biggest, I guess you could say, role models getting into this. And because they was honest, they put out honest material. They didn't do like some of these people out here. They didn't, just put out information trying to make it sound good to get you to come watch their channel, so that way they can get more subscribers and more views and all that stuff. Yes, guys, I do want more subscribers. I do want more views, because being that I'm monetized now, that I'm over 1,000 subscribers, yes, I do make a little bit of money off YouTube. No, it's not very much. My first month after being monetized, then that was back whenever I was doing my daily videos for a little bit. I think I made like $106 that month. Yes, it's good money. But at the same time, guys, it took me 3 years to get there. You got to think about all the time and that I put into making the videos. You got to think about all the time that I put into editing the videos. Guys, you figure it up, it comes out to like cents on the hour. So last month, and see, it's $100 minimum. So last month I didn't hit it. So hopefully I think this month, I'll basically be getting paid for 2 months in this next month. So like I said, last month I didn't get paid because I didn't meet the requirement. So yes, while making the money is good, and I would love to, keep growing that and getting more subscribers, more views, and then, maybe making a few $100s a month off YouTube. That'd be awesome. But I'm not going to get out here and tell lies or give misinformation and mislead people to do that. That's just not me. Um, I wouldn't want that done to me, and I'm not going to do it to you. So, I mean, that's just the way it is. If it costs me not making any money, so be it. I'm still going to do my videos because that's what I enjoy, and I want to try to pass on what information I can and what knowledge I know and what things I have learned and pass them on to you. And then at the same time, whenever I'm reading people's comments, then and I mean I learned something. So I mean, so it goes both ways. So, but anyway, so Doug, I appreciate you saying that. You set great example. I really appreciate that. Vroom vroom. My dad did the same with me when I was young. No matter where I am, I can always find my way. Yep. My dad passed away 2 years ago. Guys, if y'all want to see um, a a good video of a trucker's last ride, um, it's a couple years ago, but my dad's basically I gave my dad one last ride on a big truck, and I basically drove him from the funeral home to the cemetery, and we've done taps. Um, Flag was presented to me, then I turned around and presented it to my stepmom. So I done last ride, and then I also done the final call. So go check that video out if y'all want to. But yeah, my dad, he always taught me the value of hard work. Um, Work for what I want. If if I don't work for it, don't earn it. I don't deserve it. Not necessarily that I don't get it, it's that I don't deserve it. So, and that's what I tried. That's what I've always tried to teach my son, and I think I've done a pretty good job. And now he does like the finer things in life, and so did I whenever I was a kid. And and raising him, I never did try to spoil him. I did try to give him better things in life than I had whenever I was growing up, but I never tried to spoil him. But I always taught him the value of hard work and working for what you want and what you want to get. And and he done. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, he's the hardest working, I mean, young man, kid back whenever he's in high school I've ever seen in my life. He's a whole lot harder working boy than I was. So, um, let's see. Where am I at? Alright. Anyone want to run, holler at me. Um, the TJ, the best root beer at Tombstone. I have heard that. Um, yeah, whenever I was watching something, I forgot what it was. But yeah, I heard that was the best root beer. And if I ever get down there, I'm going to try it. See, Mile a Mile, see, I run, laugh out loud, Grady. Honesty is the best policy. Too many out there doesn't follow that policy. You're absolutely right. Doug, Sea Farmer has to be the greatest friend a person could have, and great live. Keep it up. You are absolutely right. Sea Farmer has been one of the greatest friends that I've had in a long, long time. Like I said, even though James, my buddy James, that's my neighbor, he's always there for me anytime I need him. But he's my neighbor, and I'm not saying it just because he's my neighbor. Then you know what I mean. But for some reason, for somebody that doesn't live close to me, that lives a couple hours away from me, and to be there pretty much anytime I need him, yeah, and just like Sea Farmer is, yeah, he's a great friend. Um, you don't find many people like him anymore, and that's willing to go out of their way, take away time from their work, from them making money, to come help you and not expect anything out of it. You don't find people like that anymore, and that's what I like about Steve Farmer. He's a great guy. Um, Kelly A. Thank you for your great heart and quantity information. Thank you. I appreciate it. Really do. Grady, there was a that was a good video. Sorry for your loss. Thank you. I appreciate it. Really do. Michael, when spring comes around, we will do a Cali or something together, brother. Absolutely. Daniel Q, great video. Hope to see some new videos soon. I'm still going to be pushing out the videos. I know here recently they haven't been RV transport videos. I know some of them have been my woodworking and stuff like that. And to be honest with you, a lot of them ain't getting that many views. But seems like most of my followers, they like my RV transport stuff. So hopefully I can get back out there soon and do that. And in the meantime, until I start making some more videos, and as far as trips, whenever I get back to work, then I'm still going to try to do a few videos as far as um, you know I got one coming out Monday. It should be coming out Monday, and that's whenever C Farmer came down and we found out what was wrong with the truck and we dug into the truck. I did make a video on that, so y'all stay tuned. Monday at 6 o'clock, that'll be one of my normal videos coming out. And then you would hear me saying that, and I'm going to try to do some more as far as the importance of a maintenance fund, the importance of the emergency fund, and things like that. So, and I'm going to try to do some updated videos of ones that I've done like way back in the past of, getting started on a budget. Things you need to get started. Things I recommend you have that you might need but maybe not be required. Things like that. Maybe do a video on which I'd be sort of part of starting on a budget. But things that you can get by with. Like I said, guys, a lot of stuff I already had, and I went, I think, 3 or 4 months without a fifth wheel, just doing bumper pulls. So I didn't go up there and have my truck all outfitted. If you can afford that, great, guys, great. But y'all know how I am. I try to do everything myself. One because I learned how to do it. Even if I don't know how to do it, I'll try to find out how to do it, and then now I know from there forward how to do it. If I do it myself, then I can tell what's wrong with my truck. Just like the leak with the transmission. If I would have taken my truck to somewhere and had them service it, they may have told me, they may not have. Hey man, you got a leak. And then before I know it, then my transmission's run dry and I done burned it up. But with me doing my service and my work myself, I'm climbing up underneath there, and then I can tell, hey, something ain't right here. And so you get to know your truck. You get to know what your truck's doing. If anything's wrong, if anything's missing, if there's a bolt or something missing, that hey, you crawled up underneath there, done your oil change, and there was this nut and bolt there, and then the next time you crawled up underneath there and done your oil change, and now it's not there. Well, wait a minute, where'd it go? You get to know your truck. So y'all know how I am about doing my own work, saving money every way I can, and like I said, if you can do it yourself, do it. I know everybody's maybe can't do that. Maybe you're not able to. Stuff like that, guys. I completely understand that. And whenever I say in my videos to do it yourself, then I'm not pertaining to that, guys. I completely understand. My dad, he was disabled for many, many years. Very big, heavy-set guy. There's a lot of things he couldn't do. Not that he didn't want to do it. And to be honest with you, he tried to, and he ended up falling and getting hurt. But But I'm talking about if you can, if you're able to do things yourself, and you also, feel comfortable doing them. That doesn't mean you shouldn't get out here and learn how to do it. But if it's something you don't feel comfortable doing it, then don't do it. But if you're able to do it yourself and save that money. So anyway, try to catch up on these. New video soon. Michael, do you recommend carrying tire chains? I don't plan on running west during winter months too much. Michael, you'll just have to check. Just Google under federal, because you got to go by the same federal DOT regulations as a big truck does. So whatever states require big trucks to have tire chains, you got to have them too. And you got to figure out, you got to find out what chains are required, because some of them may require you just to have chains on the truck, some of them may require you to have chains on the trailer, and that's sort of tricky because you never know what trailer you're going to be pulling or what tire size that trailer has. So that's going to be a tough decision as far as figuring out what size chains and stuff you got to have. And just figure out what states require them and what months that they require them through. And either just don't run out there or get you some chains and then run. Whatever you want to do. Me personally, I don't have chains. And I never will have chains. I'm not going to run out there during that time. I've put chains on a big truck once. I was living out in California, started driving truck, and I went up, who was it? Okay. What was I saying? Went up Donner's Pass, and going up it, they had the signs out, tire chains enforced. So I pulled over, put my tire chains on, got to the top, and it was completely shut down. I sat on top of Donner's Pass at a rest area for 2 days because they wouldn't let trucks go past, even with chains on. If it comes to the point where I gotta have chains, I ain't got no business being out there on the road. Not to mention, it ain't like a big truck, guys. You put chains on these pickups and trailers and stuff, you're gonna tear them all to pieces. And I'm not talking about tearing the chains all to pieces. I'm talking about tearing your truck all to pieces. You're gonna tear the camper all to pieces. Then you're gonna have claims and all that stuff. It ain't worth it. You gotta have chains. Get off the road. Another alternative, if you don't never plan on running with chains, is get your tire socks. They sell them up in Indiana, some of the northern states. That's what I would do if you want to run out west and through some of those states that require chains and stuff, that has chain laws. Then just get you some socks, tire socks. Because they don't say that you got to put them on and use them. They just say you got to have them. As far as putting them on and using them, that's your own choice. So, hope that helps. Let's see, great video. All right, do you recommend chains? What do you do on the road while driving not to get bored? Sing and talk to myself. I don't know. One, be honest with you. Everybody's different. Some people are just made to drive. Some people are just made for the road. Some people are not. There's some people that can't drive across town without getting tired. Me, I love driving. This is pretty much all I've ever known. I've been around trucks my entire life. My dad drove a truck for almost 40 years. He always told me, son, you ever get in a truck, I kill you. And after I got out of the Marine Corps, I started working for a security company. I was head of security over all the ports in San Diego, and I loved it. But I just, living out in California, it was just expensive, and some things happened in my life, and I just couldn't afford to live out there anymore. So I started driving a truck, and pretty much been doing it ever since. Um, but yeah, I just love driving. I don't like riding. I don't like riding and somebody else driving. I've got to be the one behind the wheel. But yeah, I mean, just um, whatever you can. I mean, there ain't there ain't no shame in singing, talking to yourself. I ain't. I mean, I know I was joking about that, but I honestly do. I do it all the time. Listen to the radio. Don't never, and I mean this sincerely. Um, don't. I mean, I've never learned the hard way, but I've come close to learning the hard way. And whenever I say come close to learning the hard way, um, I can promise you that hard way would have never happened again. I was out in California, coming down one of the mountains early in the morning, pushing myself whenever I shouldn't have been doing it. And whenever I say up in the mountains, I mean some of these mountains that no guardrails and nothing, it's just a drop off. So, um, so if you get tired, pull it over. That load can wait. Uh, that load is not worth your life or anybody else's for that matter. Uh, it's not just you got to worry about. I mean, you get out here and you have a wreck and you end up killing somebody. Now you're going to jail for manslaughter. So it ain't worth it. You get too tired, pull over. But yeah, just some people can drink coffee. Stuff like that. Guys, coffee puts me to sleep. In all honesty, I guess with like my OCD and some people say I got ADD. I don't know, but so stuff like coffee, stuff like that. That just does just the opposite to me. Um, I actually have to get out and walk around. Um, Guys, I ain't gonna lie to you. You ever seen the movie Cars, where old Mac, he was hauling Lightning McQueen, and he was he was on their way to California, and he was sitting behind the tanker truck where he could see himself, and he was dozing off. He goes like that. Yeah, I've done that on a cold winter night. Yeah, I've rolled the window down and hung my head out the window before many times. It'll be amazing. Cold air wake your butt up quick. So, let's see. Mile by Mile podcasts are great for that. Yep. M. Walker, you getting a potbelly Marine? Man, I know it. my my dad always said. My dad, he was a Vietnam veteran, Navy, and I always used to pick on him. He used to always pick on me, but my dad is a big old guy. He'd always say, "You getting like father, like son?" And I said, "Yep." Or he'd sit there and pat me on my belly, and he said, "You getting the belly on you?" And I look at him, I say, "Like father, like son." But yeah, me and my dad, we used to go back and forth and pick at each other on all kinds of stuff. Ford and Chevy. Here's a Ford guy, a Chevy guy, and he used to always get me to try to convert over to a Ford, and I never would do it. I'd always tell him I wouldn't be caught dead in the Ford, and now I got his. And I ain't gonna lie to you guys, that's a nice truck. And then me being a Marine, him being Navy, we used to always pick at each other. He'd always say, "Oh yeah, we used to give you boys rides all over the place." Well, that's true. I'm gonna tell y'all a little joke. Hope we don't piss nobody off. So, for those of you who don't know, y'all do know that the Marine Corps is is part of the Navy. It's the Department of the Navy. So uh, so basically it was the Navy's, I guess you could say, the main branch, and the Marine Corps is like part of that branch. And so do y'all know what branch or what part that is, or what department that is? It's the men's department. Guys, I'm just kidding. No matter whether it's guys, no matter whether it's Marine Corps, Navy, Army, Air Force, Coast Guard, it don't matter, guys. We're all out here to do. We're all out here serving the same purpose. We're all brothers and sisters out here. So, and it don't matter what branch you've served in. If you served, you're a veteran. And like I was talking about before, thank you for your service, for everybody that served. So, let's see. All right. Michael, so pretty much don't go west in the winter. Laugh out loud. It's up to you. You go to Southern California without chains. Go from Indiana. The way I always went is go from Indiana, go down through. I don't go across 80 because 80, I'm gonna tell you, is unpredictable between weather, wind, everything. Me personally, I just stay away from 80. I go down through St. Louis, down through Joplin, through Tulsa, Oklahoma, hit 40, and I take 40 on into California. You know, San Marcos, Riverside, down there, San Diego, all that down there. You can go that route and not run chains. Now you still want to watch the weather during the winter, because the weather, especially out around Flagstaff, places like that, it can be unpredictable, and the wind too. So download you an app called the Windy app, and it lets you know what the wind gusts, because you're not allowed to pull the campers with wind, with sustained wind over 25 miles an hour. If you get blown over and the sustained wind was over 25 miles an hour at the time of your accident, then insurance will not pay that accident, that camper. You just bought that camper. That camper's on you. So download the Windy app and just watch the weather. I mean, like I said, doesn't mean you can't run west. Just figure out what states require you to have tire chains and stuff, and then if you don't want to buy them, then either get socks, because their socks are a whole lot lighter, and because that's the thing. I mean, why carry around all that weight if you're not planning on using it? So just get you some socks, or just stay away from those states that require chains. So, let's see. Room. He makes YouTube videos for us. Mr. Walker, M. Walker, Semper Fi Devil Dog. Oorah! Semper Fi, brother. I listen to my truck purr. Mile cleared hot. Jocko, Joe Rogan. Yeah, I've heard of Joe. Joe Rogan. Sean Ryan. Show or some great podcasts. Was it you, Mile, or was it Michael? That's from Alabama. I used to listen to whenever I used to go to Birmingham all the time. John Boy and Billy on and everything. They used to be good to listen to. Tony G, agree 100%. 82nd Airborne. Thank you for your service, man. M. Walker, Zoom Earth is a good app for wind also. Okay, alright, check it out. Zoom Earth. I'm just a nasty leg. I'm in, yeah, that's right, Perkinsville, Mississippi. That's right. Then Michael said, I'm that Bama boy. Alright. I get y'all too confused. Awesome. Alright. So, James Randolph, have a great night. See you tomorrow. Good night, brother. Alright, well, guys, like I said, man, it has been, oh my Lord, have mercy, 2 hours and 40 minutes we have been on this thing. And I still got 28 people tuned in. I think I had a max of, what, it got about 35, I think. So, maybe I can figure out a way to let people know that I'm coming on live. Real quick before I get off, let me know how y'all found out about this live. Did y'all just come across it and I was live, or did y'all see the thing I put out yesterday that I was going live tonight? Because I couldn't see that, so I don't know if it actually went out or anything like that. So let me know real quick if it did. Mile by mile, it alerted me. Awesome, good deal. M. Walker, when you back on the road? I'm hoping in 2 or 3 weeks. If you didn't hear before, my CP4 pump, it basically, it decided it wanted to have a glitter party, so it shot metal all through the fuel system. So I got to have that replaced. So hopefully that will be replaced, and I'll be back on the road. Hopefully, if everything goes good, in about 2 to 3 weeks. The guy that I'm taking it to, he said he's about a week and a half to 2 weeks behind, and then whenever he starts on it, it takes him about 3 days. So that's the deal with that. Let's see. Michael, seen it scheduled on your page. Awesome. David Q, I got an alert and set the reminder. Awesome. Grady, I got a notification saying you were going live in 30 minutes. Tony G, I'm subscribed with notified button. Inform me. Daniel Q, yesterday. Yep. So guys, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. One, it helps me out, helps my channel grow, and then also hit that bell notification on my videos and everything, so that way if whenever I do put out a new video, because sometimes just because you're subscribed doesn't mean that you're going to be notified whenever I put out a new video. So hit the subscribe button. If you don't mind, please like all my videos. Leave me a comment. You know, it helps the algorithm. It helps YouTube push my videos further. Helps more people see them. Then therefore I get more subscribers. It just helps me out, guys. And then hit that bell notification, so that way whenever I put out a video, it alerts you just like it did here, and let you know that, hey, I'm gonna be going live. So awesome, good deal. I was worried about that as far as how many, as far as it would let people know. Mama, smash that button, y'all. Absolutely, please do. Grady, subscribe. Hit the all bell and like. Yes, absolutely. Thank you. So, but guys, we're down to 24. I'm gonna go ahead and get off here because I need to run outside to the shed real quick, and my dog over here, my Rudy, y'all seen my little English bulldog. She's been running back and forth, so I need to let her out. She's probably telling me, get off that thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. Vroom Vroom, the Unsubscribed Podcast, or the Fat Electrician are great shows. Listen to M. Walker, Taps. Absolutely. Man, I tell you what. Taps. There ain't no better music than Taps. It will give you chill bumps. Tony G, night folks, be safe. Be safe, brother. Michael, see you soon, brother. Absolutely. So we're going to go ahead and get off here. And guys, like I said, subscribe to my channel. Tune in on my videos. Like, share, subscribe them. Tell your friends, family, all that good stuff. And showed up on my phone today. Awesome. C Farmer, great video. C Farmer finally came in. C Farmer had a lot of people asking about you. Uh, you should do more lives. Absolutely, I plan on it. I absolutely plan on it. I've been telling y'all for what several months now that I plan on doing a live, and I never have. And I'm glad I did. One, I haven't really had time. Two, I haven't tried to make time. Three, just to be honest with you, I've been nervous. I've never done one, but I'm glad I did. So, and I plan on doing a lot more. So, look forward to hearing from you soon. Um, I hope you up with Air Dog and Schaefer um, distributor. They I may not go with the Schaefer, but with the oil, but I probably will consider the Air Dog because I've had a lot of people telling me about the Air Dog, so I probably will go with the Air Dog. But I'm probably gonna stick with my Rotella. So um, let's see, I'm gone. Holler. Peace out, brother. See Farmer. I had company show up. See, yeah, well, I mean, they can join in too. Just put it on the big screen. I'll holler at you a little bit. I've been in and out. Yeah, man, I know I've been telling everybody that's been asking about you that you've been real busy and everything. So, M. Walker, only do live if you have stuff to talk about. Yep, yep. So, yeah, I know some people that I've seen a couple other channels that he sometimes he just gets on there, just walks around, just talk, not really. I don't know, just rambling, I guess. And me, some people enjoy that. Me personally, I don't. But so yeah, have something to talk about. So yeah. Um, let's see. Sea Farmer was on the radio in his truck. Yep. Yeah, I remember you telling me your phone and your tablet was dead, and you was gonna put me. You may not be able to watch me, but you could listen to me. So hopefully you heard all I said. So, but so like I said, I'll holler at you in a little bit, or maybe later on tonight or in the morning or something. So, but I'm finna get off here. Grady, as soon as I get off here, I'm gonna respond to your email. Again, I apologize. I'm sorry. So, anyway, guys, I guess we'll get back with y'all on the next one. So, as always, y'all be safe. Semper Fi.